As you might recall, a few months ago, I reviewed the third solo Predator alien in Predators. Now let's talk about the fourth film, but it'd be the, how should I put to you this way, sixth overall in the franchise. Let's talk about The Predator from 2018. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 2018 sci fi action flick The Predator, released by Fox, directed by Shane Black, who actually starred in the first film, who co wrote the script with Fred Dekker. It's the fourth installment of the Predator franchise and sixth overall, including the crossover films with Alien. John Davis returns as producer from the first three installments. The film stars Boyd Holbrook, Trevante Rhodes, Jacob Tremblay, Keegan-Michael Key, Olivia Munn, Thomas Jane, Alfie Allen, Yvonne Strahovski, and Sterling K. Brown. The film follows a group of PTSD-afflicted soldiers and a scientist who must team up to fight off an invading pair of predators and discover their plans for mankind. The film was released on September 14, 2018, and was a modest and what have you, but apparently this was not quite really much of a continuing bit from the previous films. So it's sort of a standalone sequel in a way, from my point of view. So I'll give you suggestions for the rest of the films at the end of this vid. Okay. All right. Here we go. A Predator ship crash lands on Earth. U.S. Army Ranger sniper Quinn McKenna and his team are attacked by the Predator while on a hostage retrieval mission. Quinn incapacitates the Predator and has parts of its armor sent off by mail to prove the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence. Government agent Will Traeger has Quinn captured and held for examination. Traeger also takes the Predator to a lab for experimentation and observation, recruiting evolutionary biologist Casey Brackett to study it, who discovers that the Predator's genetic makeup contains human DNA. The Predator awakens, breaks out of its restraints, and kills the lab workers and armed guards, but spares Casey, the only unarmed person, before escaping. Quinn is bussed off with a group of other captives, including former Marines Nebraska Williams, Coyle, Baxley, Lynch, and Army helicopter pilot Nettles. Witnessing the Predators escape from the lab, they hijack the bus. Taking Casey with them, they head over to Quinn's estranged wife Emily, where he unexpectedly finds the Predator armor he'd previously mailed to a P.O. box. This was because he hadn't paid for the P.O. box, so the postman had delivered it to her house. However, Rory, Quinn's autistic son, has gone trick or treating in the armor in hopes of avoiding detection from bullies. Quinn and the others find his son in time to stop a pair of predator hounds from ambushing the boy. Quinn blows up one up by shooting a grenade into its mouth, while Nebraska unintentionally lobotomizes the other dog after shooting it in the head. The predator chases them into a nearby school, and they start to give the predator's armor back when a larger, more powerful predator arrives and engages the first in combat. The group flees, and the second predator kills the first before setting out to retrieve the lost technology. Casey concludes that the predators are attempting to improve themselves with the DNA of humans and presumably other plants' inhabitants. She also suggests that Rory's autism enables him to translate and understand predator technology. The team flees to an abandoned barn, but Traeger finds and captures them and shares his theory that the predators anticipate that climate change will end their ability to retrieve human DNA for further hybridization, and as such are scrambling to retrieve samples before it's too late. Seeing Rory drawing a map to the spaceship, Traeger takes the boy to the ship. The team escapes and goes after him with the help of the now docile brain damaged predator hound. Once everyone has arrived at the crashed ship, The second predator arrives and kills Lynch by shooting him in the head and explains through translation software that it will destroy the ship to keep it out of their hands and then give them all a head start before it hunts them down. The predator quickly kills several Traeger soldiers while mortally wounding Baxley and Cole, who then kill each other in an act of mercy. Traeger tries to attack the alien with a predator plasma weapon, but only succeeds in accidentally blowing off his own head. Now for the ending, you must stop this video immediately, go to the description box below, and fast forward to the time below as I start counting down now. If you've seen this movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. The Predator takes Roy, assuming his autism, as an advancement in human evolution, which makes him a worthwhile subject for hybridization, and flies away in his ship. Excuse me. Quinn, Nebraska, and Nettles land on the ship's exterior, but the Predator activates a force field that slices off Nettles' legs, and the latter falls off the ship to his death. Nebraska sacrifices himself, sliding into the ship's turbine, causing its engine to explode and crash into the forest. Quinn sneaks into the ship as it crashes and attacks the Predator. After the crash, Casey arrives, and the three manage to overpower and kill the Predator with its weapons. They pay their respects to their fallen comrades with trinkets representing each one before heading off. Later, Quinn and Rory are seen in a science lab watching the opening of cargo from the Predator ship, which a scientist revealed that it escaped before the ship was destroyed. A piece of technology floats out and attaches itself to a lab worker working as a transformative Predator killer suit. Before deactivating, realizing the first Predator was trying to pass it on to humanity for a fair fight against the larger Predators, Quinn indicates he will be the pilot to operate the Predator killer's suit. End of story. So, what did I think of the Predator? Well, though, like AVPR, which I reviewed recently, I've only seen this twice. I'm gonna say it was an okay. I say it was okay and what have you. I mean, I do like its action sequences and and all that stuff. Now, upon this film's release, it got well mixed reviews. The film still did okay. It didn't really disappoint much. It was a factually modest success, going on to make 160 million worldwide on its $88 million budget, and was ranked the fourth highest grossing film behind Predators, the original Predator, and the first Alien vs. Predator domestically. Rotten Tomatoes has a score of 34, where they say the film has violence and quips to spare, but its chaotically hollow action adds up to another missed opportunity for a franchise increasingly defined by disappointment. Well, sure, it does have some pretty good stuff like that and what have you, but it does have a little bit of flaws with the action and what have you, but not a whole lot. Metacritic has a score of 48. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave it a C plus, and those on PostTrack gave it a 66 positive score and a 55% definite recommend. And while social media monitor Relish Mix know it, there were mixed reactions about this film online. The Hollywood Reporter called the film bigger, meaner, gorier, and funnier than the previous installments, writing whether the world actually needs a sequel and whether this reboot was necessary at all is probably a question worth raising. But at least Black's take on it is to never take it too seriously while keeping us dully entertained. I'm sorry, dully, not dully. Excuse me. A reviewer for RogerEbert.com praised the ensemble, pacing, and Black's direction, writing that Black is assisted greatly by an incredibly charismatic cast, and he knows how to use them to amplify their strengths. Anyway, yes. So, I'm going to say it was fine, what have you, but, well, I really would say it's kind of a mix between a modest hit or an underperformance. So yeah, I think it wasn't a modest hit. It was more of an underperformance. But I'm going to say the film's pretty underrated, though. I really say it's not the best of the Predator films, but still it provides some pretty good bloody bits and what have you, just like what you could get from the others. Henry Jackman provides the score for the first film, which incorporates Alan Silvestri's themes from the original Predator from 1987. Now, of course, the director of the film and co-writer for the script is Shane Black, who, of course, played Hawkins in the original Predator. He had also written films such as The Monster Squad, The Last Boy Scout, Last Action Hero, and The Lone Kiss Goodnight. He also was a writer for the Lethal Weapons films, well, the first two anyway. And he also had recently directed Iron Man 3 and The Nice Guys before this. So anyway, I gotta admit his direction on this was pretty decent. I mean, he did a pretty good job. For our cast, we have Boyd Holbrook playing Quinn. I will say he was good. Trevante Rhodes played Nebraska, good. Olivia Munn as Casey, good. But I gotta give credit to young Jacob Tremblay after he had recently done Wonder before this, as he played Rory. I gotta say, he went from playing a kid with kind of a strange face to someone who had autism. And I've gotta say, his performance, I think, is one of the few things that really saved this film. But we still had some others, including Keegan-Michael Key as Coyle, Sterling K. Brown as Will Traeger. Yeah, they were all good. Thomas Jane appears in this as Baxley. I've got to say, he was pretty good. He was actually named after Craig R. Baxley, the stunt coordinator of the first film. Alfie Allen played Lynch. Augusto Aguilera played Nils. Yes, who no relation to a certain pop star. I know his last name's Aguilera, but he's no relation to Jake Busey's in this. He plays Sean Keys, or Keyes, and he's the son of Peter Keyes, who was actually played by, who of course was played by his own dad, Gary, in Predator 2, and Yvonne Strahovski played Emily. So I gotta say, the credit, well, I'm getting tongue tied. The cast of characters were absolutely pretty good, and the people who play them, they weren't too bad. So overall, the Predator may not be great, may not be the best of the franchise, but still, it's a pretty underrated reboot and what have you. So would I recommend the Predator? Well, I'd say give it a one-time watch. That's all I can say. So, what did you think of The Predator? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. And next time will be a review of Species 2. So, if you like this, check out my reviews of the 3 big installments that really started this franchise off. The upper left-hand corner is my review of the classic Predator from 1987. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Predator 2. And the bottom left-hand corner is my recent review of Predators from 2010. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guide. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.